What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got a new Titamon we need to be taking a look at. Now, this is coming around in BT6, which makes it a whopping 3 cards we've now seen from that set. But you know what? They are going to be starting to come around eventually. We've got our 3rd card from the set, and our translation comes from the lovely Ensan Gaming, which honestly, at this stage, you probably should have guessed. We like Ensan Gaming. They are good at the whole translation. We do also like DigimonCard.dev, though. They are also pretty good at the translation, and we do use some of their proxy images sometimes, so shout out to both those awesome sites. So what we've got is a level 6 Digimon. 12 cost to play normally is slightly more than average. 4 cost to Digivolve is slightly more than average. 12,000 power is slightly more than average. For a level 6, we generally expect 11-3-11. Here we've got 12-4-12, so bit more expensive, bit more powerful. You know what? Could be worse, but let's hope there's something worth paying for here. Well, we got a couple of skills. The first skill, when you evolve, you trash 1 card from your hand, and then play 1 level 4 or below purple Digimon from your trash without paying the memory cost. And remember the rule on this, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen plenty of cards, Titamon springs to mind, that specifically say, when you play a Digimon using this skill, do not activate any play effects. What the effect of that is to say that any time it doesn't say any on-play effects don't activate, it means that they do. Now, to be fair, if we're looking at level 3 and 4 purple Digimon, I'll be honest with you, we don't really have a lot of on-play skills. Purple is not really the kind for that. Lots of deletion skills and things of that nature. You don't see many at all. But it's not just about what we have now. And to be honest with you, there are some. Raremon, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add an option card among them to your hand and trash the remaining cards. Nice if you're trying to search out your option cards. So that could be fun. The promo Devamon, that when you play it, you trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Bearing in mind, you know, this alone is a card that will play from your trash. There are more. I mean, Purple love playing from the trash. They love being able to play cards from the trash without paying the cost, etc., like we see in this particular card here. So, these kind of play skills that are trashing cards from your deck, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing we can be getting on board with. So, you know what? I kind of like this. And the thing is, yes, obviously getting an extra play skill is lovely, but you don't have to. Of course, the big brain play here is to trash a level 3 or level 4 from your hand and then immediately play it using this. So essentially what you're doing is just playing a level 3 or 4 from your hand without paying for the cost. But you've got the option here of doing it a couple of different ways, and I, for one, appreciate that greatly. It's cool. It gives you a really nice advantage. It's playing cards for free. No, it's not perfect. No, it's not game-breaking or any of that. We've seen plenty of other level 6s that will do it. I just showed you Piedmon a moment ago. Now, to be fair, that is a play, not a Digivolution skill, but still, it's a similar kind of thing. Or we could look at something like Metal Garurumon, for instance. When you attack, you can play a level 3 purple Digimon from your trash without paying its cost. Do remember that is only a level 3, not a level 4. So, obviously, there is an advantage here in that you can get a level 4 rather than just a level 3. There are a bunch in purple, right? This is just another one of them. So, I don't think that sets this card apart. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's a nice little skill, but it doesn't set this card apart. Plus, you have to trash a card from your hand, which sometimes will be really good, because you trash it and then play it. Other times, you'd rather just play and keep the other cards in your hand. But the good news is, on your turn, limited to once during your turn, when you trash a card from your hand with one of your own effects, this Digimon gains 2,000 power and security attack +1 for the turn. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we get excited about Titamon. Because you know what? Yeah, fine, Digivolving up, playing a card for free is lovely, but as I've said, there's plenty of cards that will do that. The thing that's so good about Titamon here is having a 14,000 power Digimon with security attack +1. That means that the chances are it is only a level 7 you're going to have to worry about. You are attacking into the stack, you're taking out 2 of them, and okay, you don't have jamming, but come on, you as good as have jamming. Or you can take out basically any resting level 6, knowing that you are going to survive. There are even some level 7s which come in at 14,000 power, and okay, fine, without any other way to manipulate damage, you will be tied with them, but you know what? You're still taking them out with you, and that's kind of cool. You do have to trash a card from your hand in order to get this working, but frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not particularly worried, because we've got so many that do this. Now, take something like Gabumon. It's got an inheritable skill. When it is deleted, you draw 2, then you trash a card from your hand. Oh, look. Now you've trashed a card from your hand, which means you will be activating this skill to get the extra 2,000 power and the extra security attack. That sounds kind of fun. Or we could look at something along the lines of Pumpkinmon, that incidentally has the exact same inheritable skill, which works in the same way and activates Titamon's skill in the same way. So, that seems kind of good. Lady Devamon, when you Digivolve into it, you draw 2 cards and then trash 2 cards from your hand. So again, you're activating the skill there. And the point I am making very simply is, oh, Labramon as well. How can I forget Labramon? Labramon is a free cost level 3. When you play it, you draw 1, trash 1. So, okay, you don't get a card advantage because you end up with the same number of cards in your hand as you did have. You draw 1, you trash 1, you end up in the same position you were in before. But the difference here is that you've seen more cards. So you're more likely to have drawn into the thing what you actually want. And also, it's cheap and you can just play it. Lady Devamon Digivolves for the same cost, but you've got to have a level 4 in play to Digivolve into Lady Devamon, whereas Labramon just comes down and does his thing. I like it, ladies and gentlemen. I like it a lot. And honestly, I think if you're playing a purple deck, either you're going to be playing these kind of cards that let you trash from your hand, or it's going to be incredibly simple and easy to change your deck a little bit so that you are. And that's a good thing. It means these skills are going to be available if you want them to be available. If you want them, they're going to be sitting there ready for you. The question I've got for Titamon is it worth the cost? Because you know what? Yeah, fine, I can play cards without paying for them, but I can do that with Metal Garurumon, which incidentally is cheaper to Digivolve, and I get it every time I attack, but I can't get level 4s. Or I could go for something like Mastermon here, which is the same cost, but can also slot into a yellow deck. And now, to be fair, I do have to discard a security from me, but also from my opponent. And oh yeah, because I can play a yellow Digimon as well, I can get that level 3 Loosemon, which is clearly a huge advantage. So I think with Titamon, we have to go to the second skill. And when we go to the second skill, I like it, but I'm sitting here asking myself the question of, am I actually going to want to build a deck around this? And the honest answer is, I'm not sure that I am. And I don't think this Titamon is a bad card by any stretch of the imagination, but playing cards for free is something we see a lot from Purple, and I'm quite powerful and have got extra security attack. I mean, is that something that we desperately need? Maybe. But we can get extra security attack. Venom Myotismon just has extra security attack. Oh, and incidentally, when one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you gain a memory. So if I want the extra security attack, I'd probably rather play Venomyotismon and get that extra memory as we go. And yeah, sure, I've got 2,000 less power, but come on, there are a million cards out there that will boost your power. I don't think that is a compelling reason to have to play this particular card right now. So you know what? I'm a little bit torn, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to go ahead and give it 3 Wassies. I don't think it's a bad card. But I really do struggle to sit here and get hyper excited about it because I do think it is just fine. I don't know if there's anything about this card that makes me want to play it over other purple level 6s. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassie. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/BT6 Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassie Plays.